That was Kostyuk winning the toss and electing to receive first, and then Bouzas Maneiro saying she wants to be the other side. Normally indoors, you'd be saying, well, it doesn't really matter. There's no wind, there's no elements, but of course, there are teams at particular sides. So what do you make of that decision, Mel, in terms of going to receive first and then wanting to switch sides? She wants to be at the far side, so Bouzas Maneiro is saying she actually wants to be by the Ukrainian team for that first game. Both Bouzas Maneiro and Kostyuk making their Billie Jean King Cup finals debuts, and it will be the Spaniard to get us underway. Mel South, Olga Savchuk and myself, Peter Rogers, to talk you through. Reminder, it was Kostyuk who won the toss, elected to receive first, and Bouzas Maneiro then asking to change sides. You talked about Kostyuk being an emotional person. She's openly admitted that as well. Is that a good thing or a bad thing when it comes to team tennis?
It's probably 50-50 because it adds the spirit and the fighting spirits to the team.
Seemed to help her there, no doubt about that.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that on the pressure, tight moments, it could be, she could feel overwhelmed with her emotions, and I think it's something that like she's been working on it, and something that maybe she's missing a little bit, because she's such a talented and explosive and sharp player, right?
That's where the psychology really comes in, whether you be a specific sports psychologist or it's just working with your coach, different techniques, different thoughts that you can just cancel out anything that comes in.
Just long. And she's often had long emotional roller coaster rides this year. When you look at recent tournaments, reached the quarterfinal of Montreal to get there. 3 long battles that all went 3 sets, and US Open, 3 of her 4 matches there. Long battles that all went 3 sets. And how she would like to be smiling after this point. Early break point for Ukraine.
Yeah, it's a well-placed first serve. A lot of slice on it. We can see that Kostyuk was looking to be patient within the points in the first game, but looking to take that forehand on. So getting her on the stretch that side is so important.
Something that you both mentioned about the serving, combined no doubt with a few nerves, especially in front of Billie and Conchita.
Yes, high standard.
A couple of double faults in this opening game. foot tennis from Bouzas Maneiro.
Yeah, very well-constructed point from her. As you mentioned, Pete, Kostyuk ran Montreal. I think it was very important for her because she had 5 first rounds before that, including French Open first round, Wimbledon early exit. And as her coach, Sandra Zaniewska, wrote a big post and said how difficult it was to go through that, especially when you show a good tennis on the practice court and there is no signs of why you're losing that much. And it was a big deal, I think, to win. And also she didn't have an easy draw, like you said, beating Vondrousova in the first round.
Kasatkina in the second, which was 6 in the third. I think this is a sign we might be in for another titanic battle. Already, it feels like we're right into the midst of this encounter.
Yeah, it really is. Both of them settling within the point, but as soon as there's an opportunity, Kostyuk is going after it. Great to see her eyes light up on a shot like that.
Again, no hesitation coming forward for the Spaniard.
Yeah, matching Kostyuk for the aggression on the forehand there, flattening out a little bit more.
I love the setup. She has a big swings, Bouzas Maneiro.
And no hesitation, taking the ball out of the air on the drive volley.
But I was catching it all on camera.
Instagram shot.
Just flies long. That's a good hold when you consider 2 double faults in the game. This is something we mentioned earlier on with Bouzas Maneiro. She likes the big stage, likes playing against high-ranked opponents. And we saw that at Roland Garros this year. Opening round, defeated Emma Navarro, who was world number 9 at the time, 6-love, 6-1. Took apart Vondrousova, who's the defending champion at Wimbledon in the first round there as well. So in these big moments, she seems to step up. And of course, I mentioned earlier on, defeated Haddad Maia and Noskova in the qualifiers this year, so she is dangerous.
She is. I mean, when she is full on and trusting her tennis can be big, like we're seeing in a couple of points already.
She's had a change in mindset this year, hasn't she? She's spoken about that. She used to focus a lot on the rankings, and actually that put quite a bit of pressure on herself. So yes, she had those big matches, but the consistency has really improved through this season, where she's focused on the day-to-day of what she needs to do and go about her tennis.
We've seen that in terms of the recent success, as you say. Also a quarter-finalist in Montreal, last 16 in Cincinnati and at Wimbledon. First experience of the finals as well for Carla Suarez Navarro, who's led the team since the start of this year, undefeated so far. They defeated Brazil 3-love and Czechia 2-1.
So much experience for her as well. Of course, so good to have also, you know, on a captain seat as well, somebody who played that, who knows exactly what the player feels. I think very important.
Yeah, it really is. She's had the 3rd most singles wins for Spain in this event.
Yeah, the only players behind, and she isn't in front of Conchita Martinez and Sanchez Vicario, 2 of the greats.
Thank you. Just behind the players, please. Shenzhen. Please.
A little bit of movement behind Bouzas Maneiro, so Kostyuk just wanting the gentleman to settle down.
He's run away.
He's run away, is he? Well, I suppose that is settling down in some way.
Good serve, good angle.
It worked to wait.
Big reaction from the Ukrainian fans who have travelled to Shenzhen. And Kostyuk on the board. And you were telling us about
That's the guy.
your main man.
He's famous.
Man from the theatre. Not allowed to bring the drum in the arena.
But
Clearly using his vocal cords.
yes, and he has quite a voice.
All that theatre. You've got to project, right?
Yes,
If you're
yes.
in theatre. Do the players all know him
Yes,
as well?
yes, because he's been there since like last 15 years.
He's got the drum.
Yeah,
I just don't think he's allowed to use it.
Okay.
Trying to take the ball early, Marta Kostyuk. It's that contact point really in front on the forehand side. I love to see, but sometimes you almost feel it's too front, too far away from the body.
Yeah, difficult to control then, especially when that
Yeah.
movement of the serve's getting away from you.
It's a good meaty return. Got that one right. There's the correction.
And that's the difference when you've not played against someone before. You do all the scouting, you've watched them play at different events, you know exactly what's coming, but it's that feel, isn't it, on the strings and the timing against them that you just have to build as the match goes on.
Overall, Olga, how are the players finding this court? They're finding it quick or they're finding it slow?
All the players I've talked to, they all said that the court and the place is perfect setup and it feels great. And the actual lights are very well adjusted. Because often when you play indoors, the lights could be something.
Carlos Suarez Navarro herself actually said, described it as a beautiful court. I think we can all agree with that.
Yes. It's a pleasure to watch, right? It's just like a nice setup.
Long serve so far then in this one. Not having to save any break points that time around for Bouzas Maneiro. Oh, that's a crunching forehand, kept it so low.
Also how early she takes it, so in front. And she times it well, Marta Kostyuk. It's beautiful.
defense from Bouzas Maneiro. Finding the corner of the court.
Could clearly already feel that both players trying to target each other's forehand. Not staying there constantly, but just whenever they have a chance.
Oh, it's a stunner of a pass. Kostyuk certainly put plenty on the approach, but still, Bouzas Maneiro finding a way through.
And that almost highlights why they have been going at the forehands, because this was a good shot from Kostyuk. It had pace, it had the space to get Bouzas Maneiro on the move, but look how she's able to turn it around. Wonderful angle.
It's a high-level start, though, isn't it? As in, this game has nearly been all winners. Both players striking the ball really well.
Overcooked that one down the line. It's the right idea.
We saw Bouzas Maneiro save a couple of break points in her opening service game. Now it's her turn to have one. Billie, as ever, dissecting what she's watching.
Can we have her next to us? I want to hear all the insights.
Missing another forehand, and sadly, those missed forehands are costly for Kostyuk. As Bouzas Maneiro breaks early for a 3-1 lead.
Really love to see how well Bouzas Maneiro decided to treat that second serve from Kostyuk. She really went for it. She went big. The only thing she has to watch out, we all know how well Marta Kostyuk moves. For me, she's one of the quickest movers on the tour, and she can really make your life difficult by defending. So that's the only thing, you have to stay until the very end in the point.
I think that's what's giving Bouzas Maneiro such clarity to be that little bit more aggressive as well. Matching it to the court surface also. And it is nice when you play indoors because there's nothing that affects you outside. There's no wind, there's no sun, the lights stay in the same place. It's all about the tennis.
The temperature is nice, right? So it's perfect.
It's always that little bit more important, isn't there? When you get your serve broken, you want to break straight back. Kostyuk looking to do that right now.
A little bit short with the return, and Bouzas Maneiro not needing a second invitation to take on the forehand. Of course, we saw so many twists and turns yesterday. A fair few times we saw a player go a break up before being broken back straight away.
have to say, it always feels for me when you break opponent's serve, right? For the first time, doesn't matter really. You have to take as much time on your own serve in the beginning of the game, as much time as possible, to let your opponent really think about it, that
Yes.
you just got broken, right? Not to rush. That's so important.
Making a few errors here, Kostyuk, you can see. First time we've seen a bit of an emotional reaction. That's a terrific response. Loses 3 points in a row, but right back at it.
So much sharpness into her game, acceleration and quickness. For me, she's like an energy bouncing ball, so explosive.
It has to be this good right now to get it past the racket. Bouzas Maneiro.
Oh, once again, such high-level tennis. I mean, Kostyuk couldn't have done much more, and yet still loses the point.
Yeah, the lob was just enough, wasn't it, with the height. Kostyuk couldn't quite get up to it.
A lot of credit for Bouzas Maneiro in this point, the defense that she produced.
She just looks so comfortable. I mean, she said it herself. She likes playing on the big stage. She likes playing against higher-ranked opponents. So she feels that much more relaxed. On this very big stage, looking pretty comfortable, but can't find the court with that forehand. She talked about having more freedom against bigger-named opponents. Bouzas Maneiro, she's also talked about feeling the heat and stressful moments, and her coach has worked on keeping her calm.
Advantage to Spain.
Still we go on in the game. Missed that one as well.
It was a chance for Bouzas Maneiro.
Yeah, and surprisingly, a couple of misses on the backhand side when she's been in a positive position.
Chance to get the break straight back for Kostyuk.
Let's first.
Makes amends with that backhand. We thought it would be tight, we thought it would be intense, and certainly got that in the opening 5 games.
It's always with Spanish team also, right? Whoever they have, whoever plays, you know they're gonna fight from the very first point and grind. And
I think a lot of that comes with developing your game on a clay court, doesn't it? Because when you're younger and you don't have the strength yet to hit through the surface, you've got to make a lot of balls. You've got to run forever, hit the cross court, down the line drills. It's just ingrained in your blood.
Long game, this one, ticking towards the 8-minute mark. Oh, swatting that one away.
Wow.
Stand and deliver.
it's like you don't see it coming, right? It's fast already, the previous ones, but then she whips it off.
Yeah, it's all about managing her winner to error count for Kostyuk, because she's got this ability to just suddenly switch it on.
Oh, that's brilliant. Don't quite know what's coming next from point to point between these two. But this time, Kostyuk able to finish the job at the net.
Bouzas Maneiro is really targeting Kostyuk forehand, but maybe she has to watch out so it's not too much and Kostyuk just not standing in that right corner, right?
Yeah, you don't want to drill it in so it gets better. Kostyuk then really delivering and hitting side to side. Almost went back to Bouzas Maneiro there. You thought she might be in trouble, but closed well. Kept on moving towards the net for the volley.
Another chance to get the break back for Kostyuk. She's frustrated she's missed that one. Gap was certainly there cross court. This time couldn't quite connect with the forehand.
You feel it's like a turning point in this set. This game could be both of them.
It's a long game, and the longer it's gone on, the more insignificance it holds for this opening set. There you go. Past 10 minutes now. It's another break point for Kostyuk.
Her fifth of this set.
Fifth time lucky. Another wonderfully angled forehand from the middle of the court. And Kostyuk strikes back straight away. Gets the break back straight away.
Probably you told me to play forehand. And you got 3 winners, right?
I was listening to Yuan Yua's interview after, and she actually got told off by the umpire for talking directly to her coach, because everything is meant to go through the captain at this type of event, and actually it put her off. She was a little shocked then. She was trying to talk to the captain, spoke about how coaches talk differently and relay information differently, and that did affect her.
Reacted so well there, Kostyuk. No panic whatsoever.
The ability of sliding also in these courts, just incredible.
It's the speed that the players move with now that they're able to, but that adjustment from forehand to backhand just steadies herself nicely.
It's that, I feel, over-excitement with Marta Kostyuk that she could feel. I mean, I just feel she is like so excited about her being quick, energetic, explosive.
Yes.
And sometimes she almost gets caught up in that.
And do you think that last shot is a little bit of indecision as well? Because she was almost set up, but then slightly late with the contact point, but she seemed to have time as she was getting herself in position.
It could be definitely, because I think also because of her variety and how much she can provide. It's always with the players, right, who has a lot of variety. They sometimes have 2 or 3 thoughts in the last moment,
Yes.
and that's the problem.
For you, Olga, what will it take for her to take the next step in her career? You know, when you consider this year, 3 times WTA 1000 quarterfinals, so she's consistently going deep in big tournaments, but hasn't quite, you know, broken the top 10 as of yet.
I definitely say it's her mentality, like being, you know, sometimes like we know she gets too emotional and just control those emotions. And definitely serve is something to have more work on it. I can see that this season she changed completely, not the whole movement, but the wrist position. And it's completely different from what it was before. Just probably they decided with her coach Sandra Zanevska to go for more mobility in the wrist. Probably gives her more ability of placing the serve better. But it's something that goes often off. And yeah, and the emotions. I think the game is there for top 10, and definitely the movement as well.
Of course, there's more tread on the tyres than most 23-year-olds, having a stunning junior working out on tour as a 15-year-old.
Yeah, she's spoken about that, hasn't she? The expectation that was on her shoulders and struggling to deal with what was expected of her, though, when you're not winning everything that you're used to as a youngster.
But she's winning this set now. Some turnaround, having been 3-1 down, and now it's Carla Suarez Navarro thinking about maybe what she's going to say to Bouzas Maneiro. It's just gone off the boil a little here. Good tennis again. A brilliant shot from Bouzas Maneiro to make it so tough for Kostyuk at the net.
It's so good from both ends of the court, but Bouzas Maneiro, how she was able to keep that low at the feet. Kostyuk again making the right move at the right time, was a little bit deep in her positioning just because she didn't have the time to get up.
Will she start to play more to the forehand when she's coming forward? Those couple of times she's been burnt on the backhand.
Yeah, it's picking up on that for sure.
The level of the match already is so high.
Again, we're seeing more and more reactions from Bouzas Maneiro when she loses the point. I think it's in the direction of her coach. Maybe that's why she wanted to be at the far end to start.
If I read the sign language well, she showed to the coach that she has to go probably 1-on-1 at some point, not just targeting just forehand and be the one who runs.
Another break point for Kostyuk's 6th of this opening set. Again, it's terrific tennis, great depth from both players as Kostyuk breaks for the 2nd time in this first set. And now it's advantage Ukraine. It's Kostyuk who has new balls here and has the lead for the first time in this opening set. 4-3.
Something like that. That's what's causing, I think, Kostyuk a bit of instability.
Well, she was trying to take the pace out, wasn't she? But the footwork wasn't still there to just make sure that she was in control of the softer, deeper ball.
Moving through the court nicely there, though. As far as Bouzas Maneiro is concerned, though, our resident Spaniard Mel, I'm going to turn to you here.
I'm here.
What's she got to do? Well, it feels like this opening set's just getting away from her right now.
Yeah, she's starting to get a little frustrated and then doubting in the tactics. Olga picked it up straight away that she was starting to play in the Kostyuk forehand, so it needs to be developing that and not play it in as much. And it's keeping the aggression, but where she was starting to make the errors, she corrected it in that point, getting a little more rotation and the topspin on the ball. But she has to keep going after it. When she's given Kostyuk time, then she knows that her opponent's straight on her.
That was a brilliant return from Bouzas Maneiro, straight through the middle, so deep.
Yeah, so deep, but also with that topspin, so then it jumps up off the surface and pushes Kostyuk even further back.
Bouzas Maneiro's turn to break straight back. And this continuing the theme of what we saw yesterday. Plenty of twists and turns.
As expected on a team event.
It's in a different way today, though, isn't it? Yesterday, there were definitely ups and downs in terms of the level, whereas this has straight away started at such a top level in terms of their tennis, and then it's these minor ups and downs in terms of having to react to one another.
Yeah, big momentum shifts yesterday. There's just been mini ones so far today, I would say. To see a first real big shift. 4-all.
great hitting from Bouzas Maneiro, and I wanted to say that that was so important for Bouzas Maneiro to win the previous game and to stay calm and kind of work through, and like Mel said, to change the pace a little bit, play higher with a lot of spin, because she, you know, when she was 3-1 up and that long game they played, and it's not like she started to play bad as Kostyuk picked up the level. It's like so important to tell yourself when it's 3-0 and then suddenly you're 4-3 down that okay, not to panic and keep doing what I was doing because I'm playing well. It's just my opponent picked up the level and I just have to adjust a little bit, but not to overrush, not to go for more.
This is the game for Bouzas Maneiro right now, though, because she's been broken on her last 2 service games.
Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. That's one of my shots.
That's how you play?
That's
I can clarify, yes.
This will go down as an ace because I'm not sure there was any contact on the ball. Swing and a miss. This time, Bouzas Maneiro able to hold. First hold in her last 3 service games. Kostyuk, though, focusing right now on her serve, serving to stay in the set at 4-5.
Was a right intention from Bouzas Maneiro.
Timely ace. And it's such a big game, just a second ace. It was first set for Kostyuk.
There's that looseness in the wrist now where she really gets the snap down on the ball.
Just wide. And that's a pretty perfect service hold from Marta Kostyuk. Holds to love. And it's 5-all. Playing with that little bit more support here. You brought your friends, Olga.
I did.
Would that make quite a big difference if you're out there as a player?
I think, yeah. I think it's a different vibe to it if you play and it's quite quiet, or if you have a big support. It's still, it helps.
Kostyuk spoke about it in the press conference, and they all sat together and said she had 100% belief in her team, that it's been the same team for quite a while, and the support, and was really hoping that she'd feel the support out there. I think part of it was to do with the fans and everyone who comes to watch, but also with her own teammates as well. When you look over, you want them to be really engaged, looking at you, spurring you on.
clever slice. We talked about these mini momentum shifts, if I can say it. It's another mini momentum shift in Kostyuk's direction.
Yeah, clever slice, like you say, it had so much underspin that it just didn't come through to Bouzas Maneiro there, and she just wasn't ready for it. It forced the error off the racket in the end.
There is that mini momentum I was talking about. 7 of the last 10 points going the Ukrainians' way. Oh, read the play there, just couldn't control the backhand. Going back to the point you were making, Mel, it is a very experienced Ukrainian team when you factor in Alina Svitolina, all the winning she's done over the years, but also the Kichenok sisters, who've made their debut back in 2010. 27 ties they've played between them. It's just Starodubtseva who's yet to make her debut, although second time she's been selected.
She's also a very fast progressive player on the tour.
87 in the world now. Kostyuk would love that return back.
Touching back the point of energy from your team, Mel, Kostyuk also is the player who really looks a lot into her box.
Yeah.
So she needs that constant back-to-back conversation and eye contact with them.
Let's.
That's a close one.
Extremely close.
This Maneiro doing so well, coming back in those games where she's left 30 down.
It's a big hold from love 30 down, just as we were talking about the momentum perhaps being with Kostyuk. It's a fine reaction from Bouzas Maneiro, and she's a game away again from taking this opening set. Leads 6-5.
You could see Carla Suarez Navarro heading towards the Spanish team, getting advice from Bouzas Maneiro coach. Just get a few more topics to help in the changeover. You could spot earlier Tatiana Garbin coming to the court and watching this match. Of course, they're waiting for the winner of this match, of this tie. So much work behind the scene been done by captain. Yesterday we saw a Ukrainian captain watching the tie, Italy and China.
Now, were you a captain, Olga, that stood up like Carla does to be in front of your player, or did you stay on the bench and just whisper into their ear?
So I felt like I would be the one who goes down lower than when the player sits and just in front. So we are on the same level. I felt it's the best energy for our team.
Of course, we've got two different ways of doing that. Ilya Marchenko deciding to stay sat down. Carla Suarez Navarro stood up. You have to say, the level of this opening set, both captains have done a good job of getting their players ready. Kostyuk, though, another big moment for her, serving to stay in the set for the second time. 5-6. That is a magnificent drop shot. Incredible get from Bouzas Maneiro, because it was about inch perfect from Marta Kostyuk.
Yeah, magical tennis. Kostyuk did well, then just keep her eye on the ball and know that the point wasn't quite over just yet. Wonderful drop shot.
if you're Bouzas Maneiro, she returns so well again and again, right? So deep through the middle, and but playing against Kostyuk, it doesn't mean anything really, because she's so good at defending and, you know, managed like change the defense to an offense.
And the first serve from Kostyuk out here is so key. Having a much higher percentage behind the first serve than the second.
She's won just 2 out of 8 points when she's missed the first serve. And some timely first serves in this game. A couple of cheap points in a row. Svitolina maybe starting to warm up for her singles there.
But I'm sure she played a big part in today's tactics, right, for Kostyuk, because she played Bouzas Maneiro 3 times, 2 times this year, beat all 3 times.
It's another gutsy hold from Kostyuk. No real surprise. These two just haven't been able to get separation from one another all set. It's meandered one way, then the other, and it's meandered all the way to a first set tiebreaker. Keeping it nice and simple for Carlos Suarez Navarro.
Not the start you want. Double fault, feeling the moment.
It's amazing, isn't it? Hit 3 early double faults in her first 2 service games. We haven't seen one for a while. It's her 4th of the opening set.
Nail biting.
Found the line there. She has just.
Great recover from Bouzas Maneiro. It was gutsy.
Smothered that backhand, and well, yet to see a point go with serve so far in the breaker.
There was just slight hesitation going into that backhand. You could see he needed to just start a little earlier towards the ball.
Last set of tennis that she played in Billie Jean King Cup. Kostyuk did lose on the breaker to Celine Naif. Still, we wait for a point to be held on serve.
More hesitation on Bouzas Maneiro backhand right now.
lost again. Absolute coin flip of a first set, isn't it? Going to take a moment of magic, a lapse in concentration, or a moment of luck. It's going to decide it. Both players perhaps feeling the pressure in this tiebreak.
Yeah, definitely. You can see it physically. Both players there wanted to stay that meter behind the baseline, and Kostyuk was quite sensible where she was hitting the shorter ball, forcing Bouzas Maneiro to have to move forward.
So in this situation, do you bring the margins in with what we've seen in the first 5 points?
Yeah, definitely.
First point won on serve. Aggressive tennis from Kostyuk. The Ukrainian team on their feet. She has the narrow advantage as they change ends.
And did build the point from using the center section first, waiting for the right moment to start to maneuver it side to side.
It's nail-biting stuff. You have to love the Billie Jean King Cup finals. Nothing else quite like it. A set that's been going for an hour and 4 minutes. A reminder, both matches yesterday were just a couple of minutes shy of the 3-hour mark.
It's so tough when you're out there and you're thinking, okay, I have to risk, I have to go for it big, but then you're not trusting yourself 100%.
Is that called managing the situation, right?
Yeah, it's like you know you have to stay committed, but then it's worse to go for it big but not committed fully, and then that's what happens, for example, on this return from Bouzas Maneiro. It's little hesitation. So then you have a choice to play a bit safer, like Kostyuk, through the middle, build the point.
Been saying throughout the set, neither player able to pull away from one another. It's the first time really there's been a bit of a lead. First time Bouzas Maneiro though winning a point on serve in the breaker. Scrapping hard, Kostyuk. Doing what she does best, digging in.
And that's what it is against her. It's that one extra shot that you have to make.
Kostyuk's got a nice balance now of defense into attack, when to pick the right shot at the moment.
More importantly, she has 3 set points. Missed it, and it's Kostyuk's set. An epic set in truth, an hour and 6 minutes. So Ukraine is set away from being 1 up in this tie.
Wow.
Wow. That was big.
Well, that's a statement first point as well, isn't it? To show, right, I'm going to try and really rub salt into the wound right now.
Incidentally, Bouzas Maneiro doesn't have the best of records, coming from a set down over the last 12 months. Only done it 3 times in 22 matches, but 2 of those times have been in her last 5 times she's gone a set down, so she has got better at it. Talked about her trying to stay calm in those moments, something she's been working on with her coach.
Good quality from both again. But yeah, I don't know, if you're out there and you're losing the set 7-6, playing good, and really a few points made the difference, you're thinking it's an extra mental pressure. You're like, oh, I have to win a set like this again just before we're gonna get even.
But in this situation, is this where even more so your team helps?
Yes.
Having them right by you?
Yeah, right by you, supporting. And
team benches are pretty empty at the moment.
Yeah.
They've all run off for a little break.
I'm a little surprised with Spain, because imagine this is when you need them. We have heard many players, both men and women, in the past saying in either Davis Cup play or Billie Jean Cup tennis that they found it easier playing for the team rather than just themselves.
Really?
Not wanting to let down teammates meant more to them than letting down themselves.
yeah, but it's harder to play for the team, I feel.
You feel?
It's more pressure, but it's easier in a way that it makes you fight probably more when you feel you can't.
I think that point of fighting
Yeah.
is the key bit, because you're just letting yourself down on tour rather than a whole group of people and a nation. He's got snuck the drum in. I think he'll get away with it.
You think?
Really good game from Bouzas Maneiro. As both Olga and Mel were saying, would have been difficult having put so much into the opening set and yet come out empty-handed. Right at it, start of set 2, gets the early break.
I think they have the calmest captain from all the team, definitely.
And let's not forget, she was pretty calm on the court throughout her time.
True.
What a player.
She really was. She was always so loose. She'd always be out there all day long, and you didn't feel like physically it looked demanding for her at all. So she's really putting that onto her players also for Bouzas Maneiro there. I was quite impressed with that last shot, especially. Dealt really nicely with the slice, stayed down low with the legs, and just made sure easier to do it at the beginning of the set rather than the end. But a good mental bounce back.
point from Bouzas Maneiro. Let's remind everyone as well, you've got to consider how inexperienced she is at Billie Jean King Cup play. She only made her debut this year, so this is a new experience for her because 2 previous matches in 2025, both occasions she won the first set, so she's never been trailing playing for her nation.
It's a good thing maybe to be a bit inexperienced.
Yeah, I think inexperience when you've won your first couple of matches, though, isn't it? Because if you lose your first couple, then you think, oh, am I just so nervous I can't quite play with the team? But she said she's really enjoyed it and she's ready to fight out here at the finals. I think that's the key, the fact that it's the finals as well. You want to become the world champions. You want that Billie Jean blue jacket at the end of this week.
And the T-shirt. Let's not forget about T-shirt.
We're on the hunt, Olga.
Do you have to win it to get a T-shirt?
No, T-shirt, I think it's
can,
the jacket, yes.
We can put a request in somewhere.
Probably, yeah. We should.
Olga, you're connected to everyone.
Yeah,
I feel we're going to go through you.
Oh, that's a bad timing. Drop a double fault from Bouzas Maneiro.
We saw the double faults started off the tiebreaker. 2 double faults in our opening service game as well. Oh no, can't apply the finish. Maybe just didn't quite do enough on the approach.
Yeah, overplayed with the volley, and good to see a smile on her face, understanding that it was probably like a mishit.
Thank you.
Desperately need a first serve, Bouzas Maneiro. More and more under pressure. Kostyuk return.
Too much of it. Just flies long, and just what we saw in the opening set. Bouzas Maneiro going up an early break, but Kostyuk breaking straight back.
I have to say I'm a bit surprised by Bouzas Maneiro reaction. It's only 1-1 in the second set. It's still, I mean, after seeing what happened yesterday, still, you know, like you would think it's the beginning of the second set. There's still a lot to fight for. It's a bit too much of a giveaway to Kostyuk, just to show that you're like down after losing 1 game.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. We know here that, and Kostyuk knows that after an hour and 7 minutes, you're going to be disappointed. But having got the initial breaker serve, that can just boost you, and you could give off that impression that you've really reset. But just showing exactly how she is feeling emotionally.
I think also that the frustration may be even greater because, once again, getting herself in a good position, and the same happened. Saw it in the first set, going up that early break and couldn't back it up. But just hasn't been able to build that momentum, and that's why I think we see a bit more of the frustration.
But but she must know that, again, she's playing against Kostyuk, who's going to return a lot of balls and going to be up and down. So you must stay very focused.
Easier
no
said
what.
than done, right?
Yeah, I mean, so easy to.
We were always
say,
so focused, Olga.
We win all the matches from here.
Yeah. Slightly late.
Nice work on the ball on that return, though. Again, heavy top spin. Not just the width, but it jumps up and away.
That's really good movement from Kostyuk, because had to be quick to get to that ball on the rise, to take the time away from Bouzas Maneiro. Just doing enough to make it too hot to handle for her opponent. And there's another super serve down the tee. And Kostyuk in front for the first time in set 2. Oh, and right now, the emotion inside will be pretty happy, I'd imagine. Trying to win a 3rd straight game. Has her tail up, does Marta Kostyuk. These are worrying times for Bouzas Maneiro in Spain.
Yeah, Kostyuk just so positive right now. You can see how she leans on each and every ball. So aggressive, flat, low to the net.
Reminder, by the way, I know we've still got a long way left to go, but if Ukraine were to win this tie, it'd be the first time ever they've made the semi-finals. They've equalled their best by qualifying for the Billie Jean King Cup finals. They made the World Group on a couple of occasions before. Oh, it's sensational tennis. Incredible movement and variety from Kostyuk. I mean, Bouzas Maneiro couldn't have done any more and still loses the point.
Yeah, and that's what's very frustrating for Bouzas Maneiro. It's that defense skills from Kostyuk. Even though you know she's going to defend well, but still, look at that rally. 23 shots.
No wonder she lost her bearings on the high ball. I mean, it was close to hitting the big screen up above. It was that high.
Please.
Understandable, a short point after that lung buster in the previous exchange.
It's been a shot she's struggled with a little bit, isn't it? That forehand return has missed a few times up the line. Still a break point for Ukraine. Well, is that the big momentum shift we were waiting for in the opening set? We didn't see a player win more than 2 games in a row, but that is a 3rd game in a row for Kostyuk as she strengthens her grip on this first match.
Let's
Another good return from Bouzas Maneiro. Desperately need to win this game.
Perhaps could be a significant stat that is the difference. It's the cheap points again with the Kostyuk first serve. 81%. Points behind that first serve, the Ukrainian.
Yeah, only 25% behind the second. Such a big difference.
What a good return that is to set up a scintillating forehand.
Absolutely firing power from Bouzas Maneiro. She's on the ball and having a good setup. Can hit a real
chance to get the break back. Oh, well, would have been relieved. Didn't get herself ready and nearly dropped in. Fortunately, did drop wide.
You could tell she suddenly panicked as well, didn't you? She was looking like it was going to be well out and then suddenly shifted her footwork just in case.
Oh, well, it was a high-risk shot, but Kostyuk rewarded for the risk. A stunner from the Ukrainian.
And the fans are loving it.
I love this shot from Kostyuk, the backhand down the line.
It's a 4th straight game And for the first time, a player has a 3-game cushion in a set. She's got a tail up, there's no doubt about that. Let's not forget, though, what we saw yesterday. A set in a 4-1 lead is nothing.
But you just feel that the quality of this match is so high that there is not such a big deep downs from both of them, like both of them.
Definitely. For Kostyuk, she's gone from strength to strength, though, hasn't she? And she's confident now.
Very good, though, from Bouzas Maneiro.
Kostyuk is pushing Bouzas Maneiro to play almost on the border of excellence. Has to go for big, otherwise Kostyuk is there.
Yeah, just what I was thinking, Olga, but then how consistent can you be at that level, point to point?
Let's proceed.
Wow. Giving Kostyuk a taste of her own medicine there, Bouzas Maneiro. As you were both saying, almost has to go for it now with the movement and the consistency we've been seeing from Kostyuk. And that stops the rot for the Spaniard. First game in 5.
That's always a danger, what we were saying, that, you know, when you're up front and your player kind of accepts that she's going to probably lose today and they just relax and go for it big. It's always a danger there.
Oh, definitely. It's completely a different game style for Bouzas Maneiro, hitting that flat low over the net, but she feels like she has to now.
Yeah.
By the way, it's Italy. They're away in the semi-finals, having won yesterday, and if Ukraine do get there, they've never beaten the Italians. 0-4. And a reminder, they've never made the semi-finals or been in the last 4 Billie Jean King Cup play. The last 2 occasions they made the last 8 in the World Group, 2010, 2012. Guess who they lost to? Italy, which you know all about.
I know.
Olga. To try and get revenge against Italy, they have to get to the semi-finals, and tennis like that will certainly help Ukraine.
It's absolute superb level of tennis from Marta Kostyuk and Bouzas Maneiro. Keep admitting that both of them playing on a really high level all through the match.
Yeah, both players really inspired what the Billie Jean King Cup means to them, bringing their best level of tennis.
Some something as well that, as you were saying, Olga, it feels like Kostyuk has worked on that, managing the emotions. We used to see lots of reactions, lots of come-ons. It almost looked like she'd sort of burn herself out with all the emotions from winning points. Just far more measured now. That was actually a come-on there. First time kind of heard that from her.
But you're right, Pete. She used to scream that after every point, maybe in the first few games of the match, and then you burn yourself out, even if you're playing good and you're excited and it's positive. But it's that balance, right? To be still engaging with the people, with your box, but stay calm.
There's no doubt about it. She's got the balance right now. This has been mightily impressive from Marta Kostyuk. And she's a game away from finishing the performance off. She's a game away from the win. Bouzas Maneiro serving to stay in the match. It's that scoreline again, isn't it?
No,
with us yesterday.
Don't mention that.
Set in 5-2. Saw it happen twice in the opening match with Elisabetta Cocciaretto against Yuan Yue. It's down 5-2 in the second set, 5-2 in the third set. Won 5 straight games. Both the sets to take the match. Marlini then recovered from a set and 5-3 down in the next match. Houdini-like from the Italian team to win 2-love. Not that you'd want it to be there, but well, they will have been aware of what happened yesterday, right? All the players here.
They did. I actually talked to Ukrainian players today, and they were like, what just happened yesterday? Like, yeah, you have to remember that.
Oh, it's a delight. Smooth as you like up the line from Bouzas Maneiro.
Yeah, that's the kind of point that Kostyuk simply has to say, too good on. Did all she could from her end of the court. It's a little shorter on the last backhand.
Oh, wow. Screamer of a return from Kostyuk.
When you see her playing points like this, it's just scary what she's capable of producing, right? If you think that she could stabilize that level, oh.
Yeah, it's that management of her game.
No. Well, to get the serve back, Kostyuk.
But that miss is just due to the defense of Kostyuk, the amount she's been moving out there today, the sharpness of the footwork, the way that she's able to recover back into the court as well. Bouzas Maneiro knows she has to go for lines right now.
Marta Kostyuk able to do something that both of the Chinese players weren't able to do, and that's get to match point. And a chance to put Ukraine one up. A simply sensational performance from Marta Kostyuk, as she puts Ukraine one match win away from history. They've never made the semi-finals before at the Billie Jean King Cup finals. And if Svitolina does the job, in a few moments' time, they will be through to face Italy.
Huge congratulations for your very important first point to the tie. What do you think for your first performance in Shenzhen?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Ukrainian crowd for an unbelievable support. It's unbelievable. Thank you. Well, you know, just to represent my country here and World Cup, you know, and you know, just being here, doesn't matter, I win or lose, is such a big honor. And, you know, Jessica is an amazing fighter. She has had an unbelievable year. So, you know, this was a very, very tricky match for me. And I was preparing for it, I think, since US Open. Then when I played doubles against her, I was already studying how she's playing. So, yeah, I mean, to lead 1-0 is very, very important. And I look forward to supporting Elina.
Just give you a chance to translate. 好，首先还是说到今天这场比赛，感觉自己是打得相当的兴奋。首先感谢了现场支持他的来自乌克兰的球迷，同时呢也说到，因为他的对手马雷罗其实在这个赛季表现相当的出色，两人之前搭档过打双打，他知道对手的整个风格，所以他觉得今天对手打得很厉害，但是自己很高兴能够为球队获得1-0的领先，这是相当重要。So let's talk more about for your match today. First set, very tough, tie break. How you turn yourself on and get a very smooth second set?
Well, I think it was really up and down. I couldn't find my game in the beginning because the conditions are a little bit tricky here. So I wasn't sure also how Jessica is playing because it was my first time playing against her. So yeah, you know, it was some nerves. I really didn't want this set to go into a tie break because my record this year is not to be proud of. But you know, it was really, really close. So I just tried to stay patient and, you know, fight for every ball. And, you know, we had an unbelievable point during tie break that I won to earn myself a set point. So it was, you know, very, very close fight. And even though, like, even in the second set, I was down a break right away, and, you know, it wasn't easy, you know, to kind of stay in the match because I felt like Jessica wants to do more and she kept trying to do more, and, you know, it was important for me to, like, stay and keep doing what I have to do. And yeah, I think the crowd also helped me a lot today.
All right， 其实大家看到在第一盘这战况是相当焦灼的，特别是在抢七的时候，当我的对手其实有一个不错的状态的回升之后，我在抢七其实打出了不少的好的制胜分，包括一些好的击球，让我在抢七当中其实可以更快的去到盘点。当然，我也看到其实我的对手马利罗在第二盘的比赛当中，其实他有想要做一些新的战术调整，但是很好的是我自己保持住了自己的优势，特别是在底线的方面，让我自己有很好的发挥，所以很高兴赢得今天的比赛。So last but not the least, how about say something to the crowd? They support you a lot.
Oh yeah, well, I wanted to say also special thanks to Billie Jean King. She's here in the crowd today, and I want to say, I want to say hello to our Ukrainian ambassador in China. And yeah, you know, it's such a privilege to be here and play in front of you. And yeah, and obviously, even like Ukrainian crowd, Chinese crowd, thank you so much, and I hope you will support Elina as loud as me, and 谢谢. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marta Kostyuk.